wanted to change things around for him on this platform, okay, because he gets a lot of hate. Okay, he gets a lot of hate. I don't even know why he gets so much hate. I don't know if it's to do with him and the EQ situation. Okay, he wanted to change it around for him himself, and I get that. Okay, and he wanted to meet up with me. Yes, to because I suffer with well, what he thinks I have is, because I haven't been diagnosed with anything, alcoholism. And I understand that. But then there's, something also that tells me is that you've got a guy that wants to be the martyr, and go and help a vulnerable woman and get a lot of praise for doing it on TikTok. And I'm not going to lie, yes. Okay, people keep going on about he got me home safely, but I've never met a man that hasn't. I'm not going to lie, I haven't. Isn't that, I don't know what nights you lot go out on, but isn't it kind of normal for a man to get you home? I've never known a man to just leave me in the street or to leave me in the pub. I've never known that. Rickster's told me that the cab driver would not take me home alone because I was so intoxicated. So he had no choice but to come with me, okay? You know how far I live from the pub? 5 minutes. I live 5 minutes up the road. People are making out that he saved my life. I just don't... I don't get it. I like Rickster. He's a good guy. We had a lovely lunch yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember what even day it was. We had a lovely lunch, and it was nice, But what he shouldn't be doing is putting people in the box to, have negative, to say negative things about me, especially when I'm not in the box. I did that myself on him, and and I spoke to him. I said I won't do that again because it wasn't fair, because he'd been bananaed. He couldn't get in the box to have a say. And it just made me mad. So I got in the box, because no one has a right to talk about my alcoholism. Alcoholism, what does that mean? If that's what you think I've got. Do you know what I mean? No one should be talking about that without me there. I don't want to go in the box and have my say. Because Rickster's a martyr, because he got me home. He's the only guy that's got me home. The only guy, 5 minutes up the road. I don't want to have my say. I can't be asked with it. Rickster came down for one reason, right? One reason only, right? And that's because to build his platform, right? Because he gets a lot of hate. He wanted that to turn around. But what he has done is caused hate on me. And everyone's loving Rickster right now, and it's got a lot of hate on me now because of my, behaviour, because of how I acted, right? But yes, Rickster was a gentleman. Of course he was. But he was also on camera. Yeah? Camera. You get what I'm saying? He's not going to be a bastard, is he? Because can you imagine the hate you'd get the next day? Come on. But saying that, when we went to lunch, yeah, he is a nice guy. I'm not going to lie and say he isn't. He is. But I do think, he did come down for not for the fact that, because I'm suffering, with my mental health. I think we came down for content, for TikTok. That was the plan. But what he's done is allowed, and no, he hasn't allowed, but what has he done? He's phoned his friend Chelsea and made out that he was probably uncomfortable. I don't know if he's made that phone call, but she got my box saying if it was the other way around, that guy would have been arrested for, kind of putting your arm around someone or kissing someone on the cheek, even though it's, it's a friendly kind of thing, friendly thing to do, you know what I mean? To get hate on me. And then Pearl jumps in the box, no hate on Pearl, and said that she saw, on a face call, just like she had a face call with Pineapple, a face call, scratches, nail scratches on his hand, on his wrist. She said hand, it was actually his wrist, apparently, he said to me. I asked to see that yesterday, there was nothing there, absolutely nothing. So I'm just wondering where those scratches, where are they? There was absolutely nothing there, I swear to God. I was going to show you. Okay, but so I don't know what Pearl looked at. I don't know what Pearl was looking at, because they magically disappeared the next day. So I feel they're getting that, big up Rickster, what a gentleman he is, and they've just made me look like a fucking dickhead. Do you know what I mean? And I don't understand that. Because why would Pearl, obviously Rickster's phoned Pearl and said, I've got all these scratches and all that. But he said to me, no, I just grabbed the phone and it was an accident, he said. And I said, well, where are the scratches? Because There's nothing there. But apparently Pearl saw them. Well, then we know that's a lie now because you saw it, right? I asked him, I said, Rickster, show your scratches. Did you see anything? No, there's nothing there because it magically disappeared. Yeah, so what they're trying to do is ruin me. Yeah, big up Rickster and get hate on me, man. Because that's how it's become. That's how it's become now. You know, Rickster's this gentleman. He's this lovely guy. He got me home. He looked after me. And I'm this horrible woman because of my behaviour. I'm this horrible woman. That's how it's turned out to be. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not having that either. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't do anything wrong. I have nothing to apologise for. If I grabbed the phone, I can't remember that bit. If I did, he said I did. I've not seen it on FYP. Surely that would be on FYP if I accidentally scratched him. You know, wasn't on there. The thing is, right, if you're wanting to help somebody with alcoholism, which is he's saying he's been there, he wants to help me, you don't take someone to a bar. You don't go to the bar and buy a drink for them. You don't go and buy them a drink. You just don't do that. No. It was all about Rickster. Big up Rickster, and I'm this horrible person. That's how it's become. And I haven't done anything wrong. Well, okay, maybe I got too drunk. I mean, you know, people making out like I assume that all these people are saying, "Oh, you know, what a gentleman you are, Rickster." Have been with guys that just leave them on the roadside. Because I've never known, I've met guys that they've always got me home. So I thought that was kind of a normal thing to do, really. You know, you got to remember, I'm the one drunk. Rickster's sober. Oh, what? So what? The thing is, right, this is what happened, right? Because people keep saying, oh my God, I was intoxicated, I drank so much. I didn't drink more, and this is what really annoys me. I didn't drink more than what I would usually, right? Never. I never drank more. So you probably thought I had 3 bottles of, Rickster saying it, you're all saying it, I've drunk all throughout the afternoon. That is not true, yeah? What happened is 1 p.m, yeah, I had 1 bottle of wine, yeah, and look, I'll show you. This is the wine. 1 bottle here, yeah? I've still got alcohol in it. Yeah, I didn't even finish it. Yeah, I started this at 1 p.m. and I was pacing myself. So 1 p.m. I didn't leave here until 6:45. Right. So I paced myself. I didn't gulp this wine down. Right. When I left, it was about here, about up here. Yeah, I had that much alcohol in here. Maybe about here. Let me see. About here. See where my finger is here. This is how much alcohol I had in. Yeah, there. So I had that much left, because don't forget when I came home, I started drinking some more. Apparently, I don't remember that, but that's what I've been told. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, because some of it's spilt about here. So I didn't even drink the whole bottle. So that's how much. See, my finger is upwards. That's how much I drank from 1 p.m. till 7. I did not drink any more than that. Yeah, that's white wine. Yeah, it's quite easy on the stomach. I drank white wine because I usually get really pissed on red. Right, so that's what I drank. Right, 1 p.m, 6:45. Right, I get in the cab. I'm gonna have to because you think that I had all this to drink. I didn't eat. I had a sandwich and I had some crackers before I left and a cheese dipper. I wasn't hungry when I went out. Rickster asked if I wanted some food, because you're making out like I had 4 or 5 bottles. Sometimes you can just have a whitey. You know what a whitey is, when you just have the alcohol affects you more. That's all it could be, yeah? Or maybe I had some kind of episode. I don't know. But all I'm saying is I didn't drink more than I usually drank, yeah? When I met Rickster in the hotel, I was sober. I was completely sober. Right, I went to the hotel, had 1 glass of wine, white wine, okay? Then we went to this cocktail bar, right? That's where I went live. If you now look back at that live, and I can download that video, I was completely sober then as well. I was a little bit merry, a little bit tipsy, but I was feeling good, and I had a glass of white wine. Right, I went live then on that pub, and I remember everything. The waitress saying to me, "It's 11:30. They've got a DJ." I said, "Okay, we'll come back." We sat at the bar at the back. Rickster was, I think, standing behind me, probably posing or something like that. Yeah, I was a bit merry. Crossed the road. I remember everything. Yeah. Then we went to the lodge. Oh, shouldn't tell you locations, but I'll never go there again anyway. It doesn't matter. So I went to the other pub across the road, and then Rickster got me a red wine, right? But I was drinking white, so I started to mix again. And I remember saying, "Rickster, why are you getting me red? I'm drinking white." But it didn't matter. It was just one glass. I didn't think too much of it. Right, had the red wine. When I went to that third pub, yeah, I had the red. I can't remember anything else. That's it. That's where it just blacks out. There, I black out. I can't remember anything. Okay, now it was probably because I mixed the red wine with the white wine. Yeah, I get that. Apparently, it was a really large red wine that I had. And maybe I was gulping it because I do sometimes tend to gulp. But I was completely sober on the second bar because I went live, to going to the third pub to being absolutely paralytic, right? So it's probably the red wine mixing with the white wine. Yeah, no fault of Rickster because he probably, because I usually do drink red wine. But it was the mixing of the drink as well. But what I'm saying is I didn't have more than what I usually have. I have had, in total, I would say 2 bottles. 2 bottles I had, okay? But you got to remember, I didn't really eat. I had the little crackers and a sandwich at home. I didn't feel hungry. Rick asked me if I wanted food. I didn't want food. So the mixing of that red glass of wine, I mean, it's not exactly mixing. It was only 1 glass. I had 3 glasses basically going out. 3 glasses when I went out, yeah? And you're making it out like I'm I was so intoxicated, pissed and out my head. Do you know what I mean? It's probably a whitey. When, sometimes the alcohol affects you more than it usually does. But when I went out, I had 3 glasses of wine. Okay, 3. So please don't sit there saying make out like I had 5 bottles of wine, because I didn't have 5 bottles of goddamn wine. We went hotel, first pub, second pub, 3. Okay, I must have just had a whitey where maybe the red wine affected me. Sometimes red wine can affect you a little bit. Maybe if I had a white wine, I would have been fine. Do you know what I mean? It was maybe that red wine. And I'd probably see bloody drinking it down like lemonade. I can't remember. But the third pub, that's when I've just blacked out. I can't remember. I didn't really want to watch the FYP. I remember certain bits. I remember Babalusha. I remember that. I remember the act, because we said we're going to do an act and kissing on the cheek. I remember that. I remember that's it. I don't remember anything else. It's like the other day, I had 3 bottles of red wine and I forgot everything. And, it's just... It's just... I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. When I had, because I had 2 bottles, not 3. You know what I mean? I just don't understand, because I did pace myself. It must have been, I gulped the drink and I had a whitey. I've had that before when I've gone to my friend's house. When you have a bottle of wine and you have a bit of a whitey, you feel really ill and you got to lay down. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it could be the alcohol, that maybe the high percentage of it. Please don't sit there and think I've had 5 bottles. I went out for 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? I just had a reaction to the alcohol. That's it. A reaction to the alcohol. And I was mixed it a bit and I hadn't eaten as much. I had a sandwich and some crackers. So, you know what I mean? That's all it was. So if I had eaten, I probably wouldn't have been that way. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what happened, basically. But listen, I shouldn't have mixed it, and maybe I hadn't eaten. But don't sit there making out like I had 4 bottles. I didn't have 2. And that was from 1 p.m. 2 bottles since 1 p.m. And when I went out, I had 3 glasses. Just 3, okay? I didn't make out like I had about 7 glasses or anything, because I didn't. I wish I didn't, you know what I mean? Because then we could have gone on to somewhere else. Because there was a nice cocktail bar which had a DJ at 11:30. I remember everything. I had 2 bottles, yeah. But you know, sometimes like it's like you can have a whitey. That's what I call them. But like when I went to my friends a long time ago, I think we had one bottle of wine. I mean, I drink a lot more now than I did then, though. You know what I mean? And I had a whitey and I had to lay down. And it was only one bottle that I had. You know what I mean? I really felt really ill. You know, and sometimes that I hadn't. Oh, that's another thing. I hadn't drunk for 4 days. So you know, you're saying I'm an alcoholic. I hadn't drunk for 4 days. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want people sitting there thinking that I'm sitting there, you know, gulping all the, you know, bottles. You know what I mean? You probably fets out all sitting there saying I've been drinking all afternoon. That wasn't the case. I had that one bottle and I hadn't even finished the whole lot. I was completely sober when I met Rickster, and he'll tell you that. You know what I mean? You were sitting there thinking I was drunk when I met him or something. You know what I mean? Making it like it's my fault, my behaviour and all this. I'm this alcoholic, I've got an issue. Yeah, probably, but I did have 2 bottles, not 4. You know what I mean? Listen, I've had 3 bottles before. Do you know what I mean? But that was since 1 p.m. So I did pace myself at the beginning. I can't, listen, all I know is the second pub that I went to, yeah, I was sober. I was a bit tipsy. Third bar I went to, that's it, gone. You know, and it's probably the effects of mixing the wine, isn't it? So it's such a dangerous combination to mix your red and white. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have drank. I should have just got another drink. You know, made a white wine. You know what I mean? But I don't understand. There's one thing I don't understand, and I will say this. Yeah, as an alcoholic himself, he's a recovering alcoholic, Rickster. Yeah, he's sober. He hadn't had a drink. Yeah, he knows you don't mix drinks, so he knew I was drinking white. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it was an accident they got the red wine. I don't understand that, because I drink white. You know you shouldn't mix the drinks. Do you know what I mean? You can see I've got white wine. Set them straight. No, I can't be asked. Let him say what he wants. He said it was an accident. What was? He's just blaming me for everything, isn't he? What, for getting drunk? For just getting drunk? He also should have seen how intoxicated you were. And Comment Cafe. I don't want to watch them because I've seen them. What's the Comment Cafe videos about? Because I don't really want to see things about myself. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't remember. And you know, the most scariest thing is not remembering and thinking, shit, what did I say? What did I say? What did I do? You know what I mean? And if I haven't seen them, I'm going to be cringing, thinking, oh my God, did I say that? Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? But I can tell you that second pub I was sober. So don't sit there and say I got sloshed, because I didn't. It just hit me, that wine. You know what I mean? Maybe the mixture. I probably drank it like bloody lemonade or something. No. Who wants to come in the box? But please don't sit there and saying I've been drinking all afternoon. No, I haven't. I've not been drinking all afternoon at all. I had a whitey. That's what it all is. So a whitey is a reaction from alcohol, right? And the fact that I mixed the red wine with the white. No, that's it. Do you know what I mean? And I hadn't eaten. And I hadn't drunk for 4 days. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. But I wasn't sitting there drinking all afternoon. I drank 2 bottles. I mean, the other day I think I had 3 bottles of wine, and that's when I couldn't remember anything. I think I was at home. You know what I mean? That was red wine, though. Depends on the percentage. Sometimes some pubs serve you high percentage of wine, you know. That wine there is quite a high percentage, to be fair, as well. That white wine is 13%. So I probably should have maybe got 11%. So even though that's 1 bottle, it's still a high percentage of alcohol. You know what I mean? Listen, I just don't understand it really, to be honest. It just, you know, you just got to put it down to a combination. Mixing the drinks. Didn't really eat. I had a sandwich and some crackers and the cheese dips. And maybe I got the third drink down, you know. And that's it. Hey, Eternity. 2199. I don't really know if I want to go to Comment Cafe because we're just going to stay. I can't be asked with it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to be talking about it anymore. I want to move on. But because Rickster's live talking about it, I thought we were going to move on and not have anyone in the box talking about it anymore. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want people to make out that I'm the bad person because of my behaviour. Do you know what I mean? When, you know what I mean? It's okay when you're sitting there sober, you know. Of course, it's going to look bad on me, isn't it? You've got someone sober and you've got the other one that's drunk. And at the moment, I feel like I'm just getting a lot of hate towards me. Like in his comments and stuff, and that person that went into his box about my behaviour. Oh, and Rickster, you're such a gentleman, but Angie, your behaviour was awful. She doesn't want help and all this, talking about my alcohol problem and and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. And I just thought Rickster was going to move on from it, really, because I don't want to keep talking about it. I don't know if that was the plan. I don't even know if that was the plan, really. Make me look as bad as possible, I don't know, because you had Pearl come in the box and you had his friend Chelsea come in the box. Really bigging up Rickster and really slating me at the same time. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to keep talking about it. I spoke about it enough, you know what I mean? What can I say? If you can't remember, you can't remember. I cannot remember. That third pub is a blur. You know what I mean? I remember bits and that's it. I remember we had the act, with the little act, the flirtation thing and that. I know there's a lovely woman in there, but I can't remember that. It's only from, what I was told. But when I think back, I do remember her face. I remember her face. I think she was deaf. Yeah. He just admitted the flirting wasn't an act. What? He said it wasn't an act. But yeah, he came on live and said it was an act. He even said in the comment it was an act on Tyrone's live, and now it's not. Is that troll? Angie, we didn't say that. Oh. I'm looking at comment cafe. I don't know if I want to look at this video, man. They just slate me in this comment cafe, man. Listen, I don't blame anyone. It's my own fault, obviously, because I shouldn't have had that bottle of wine before I left. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have drank that red wine because I should have kept a white, That's it. But I'm not having people saying that I sat there drinking all afternoon because I wasn't. What am I looking at? I just want to forget it, man. Let's change the subject anyway. What page am I looking at? Oh God, I don't know if I even want to look at this video. And about you, they are about... Oh no, I don't want to sit slagging him off though either, even though I'm a little bit annoyed that he allowed that woman in his box. I'm just annoyed that I just feel like I'm getting all this hate, That's all. But I just don't understand. I just thought you'd just move on from it, really. That just annoyed me, that woman getting the box and comments saying I've been drinking all afternoon and I've got an issue, I've got a problem. No, I should be talking about my, my addiction. Do you know what I mean? It's all right for Rickster to talk to me about it. That's fine, you know what I mean? But no one has to be talking about it. Do you know what I mean? No one's helped me apart from myself, which I'll be doing on Monday.